Sugar gets a bad rap, but there's a hidden menace lurking in your diet that can be even more damaging. We're talking about carbohydrates, but not all carbs are created equal. There are 6 types in particular that can be more harmful than sugar itself. These carb culprits can quietly sabotage your health goals if you're not careful. You might be thinking, how can that be? Well, some carbs can spike your blood sugar levels, leading to energy crashes and cravings that can derail your diet. Not to mention, they can contribute to long-term health issues if consumed in large quantities over time. It's not about completely eliminating carbs from your diet, but rather being aware of which ones to limit. Knowledge is power, after all, especially when it comes to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Ready to discover these hidden threats? Let's dive into the deep end of the carb pool. At number 6, we have wheat, a staple in most diets, but a potential danger zone. That's right, folks. Wheat, the humble grain that has graced our dining tables for centuries, may not be as benign as we once thought. Let's dive a bit deeper to understand why. You see, the kind of wheat we consume today is vastly different from the wheat our ancestors had. Modern wheat has been genetically modified and hybridized to increase yield, not to enhance nutrition. This modification, while beneficial for feeding the masses, has some unfortunate side effects on our health. One major issue with modern wheat is its high glycemic index. The glycemic index is a measure of how quickly a food causes your blood sugar levels to rise. Foods with a high glycemic index, like wheat, cause a rapid spike in blood sugar and insulin levels. This may not sound like a big deal, but over time these spikes can lead to insulin resistance, obesity, and even type 2 diabetes. But that's not all. Wheat is also a significant source of gluten, a protein that can cause inflammation in the gut. This inflammation can lead to a host of health problems, from digestive issues to autoimmune disorders. And even if you're not sensitive to gluten, the inflammatory effects of wheat can still impact your health in subtle ways, causing fatigue, skin issues, and mood swings. Another concern with wheat is its potential to cause leaky gut syndrome. This condition occurs when the lining of your gut becomes damaged, allowing toxins and bacteria to leak into your bloodstream. This can trigger an immune response and lead to a variety of health issues, including food sensitivities, mood disorders, and autoimmune diseases. So wheat, once considered the staff of life, is now a potential health hazard lurking in our pantries. It's a tough pill to swallow, especially for those of us who love our bread, pasta, and pastries. But the evidence is clear. Modern wheat is not the health food it's often made out to be. So before you bake that next loaf of bread, think twice. Coming in at number 5, we have rice, a seemingly innocent grain that packs a hefty carb punch. Now it might surprise you, but the truth is, rice, particularly white rice, is a carb-loaded food that can impact your blood sugar levels significantly. Just 1 cup of cooked white rice contains around 45 grams of carbs. That's more than 3 times the amount in a slice of bread. This high carb content can cause spikes in our blood sugar levels, leading to energy crashes and cravings later on. And let's not forget the long-term effects on our health, including the risk of developing type 2 diabetes and heart disease. But don't worry, we're not asking you to completely ditch rice. Instead, consider healthier alternatives. Brown rice, for example, is a better option. It has a lower glycemic index, meaning it doesn't cause as dramatic a spike in blood sugar levels. Plus, it's packed with fiber, which can help you feel fuller for longer and assist in maintaining a healthy weight. Other alternatives include quinoa and cauliflower rice. These options not only cut down on carbs, but also offer a variety of nutrients that white rice lacks. So don't be afraid to shake up your menu. Your body will thank you for it. Say goodbye to those heaping bowls of rice and hello to a healthier you. At number 4, we have corn, a common ingredient that can lead us down a dangerous path. Corn is a staple in many diets around the world, but did you know it's loaded with sugars and carbs? A single ear of corn can contain up to 30 grams of carbohydrates and over 6 grams of sugar. That's more than some fruits. But it's not just the corn on the cob you need to worry about. Corn is frequently used as a sweetener in the form of high-fructose corn syrup. It's found in a wide range of products, from soft drinks to bread, and even some breakfast cereals. This sweetener is a major source of added sugars in our diet and has been linked to a host of health problems. Regular consumption of high-fructose corn syrup can lead to weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and even heart disease. It's also been associated with an increased risk of metabolic syndrome, a cluster of conditions that increase your risk of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. And let's not forget about the glycemic index. Corn has a high glycemic index, which means it can spike your blood sugar levels, leading to energy crashes and cravings for more sugary foods. So, while corn may be a popular side dish at your family barbecue, it's definitely not the healthiest choice. Try swapping it out for some grilled veggies instead. They're not only lower in carbs and sugars, but they're also packed with essential nutrients. Next time you reach for that corn on the cob, remember, it's not as innocent as it looks. Taking the number 3 spot, we have potatoes, a beloved veggie that's secretly a carb bomb. Now, don't get us wrong. Potatoes are not inherently bad. They are, in fact, rich in vitamin C and B6, potassium, and fiber. But here's the catch. They have a high glycemic index. This means that they can cause a rapid spike in blood sugar levels, which can be particularly troublesome for those managing diabetes or trying to maintain a balanced diet. Imagine this. You're sitting down to a nice, warm, baked potato. It's delicious, it's filling, and it's comforting. But did you know? Eating that one baked potato can have the same impact on your blood sugar as consuming multiple tablespoons of pure sugar. That's right, folks. That innocent-looking spud is essentially a sugar bomb in disguise. And it's not just baked potatoes. Whether they're mashed, fried, or boiled, potatoes in all forms can quickly raise your blood sugar levels. Even so-called healthy alternatives like sweet potatoes can be a concern if consumed in large quantities. But don't despair, potato lovers. There are ways to enjoy your favorite root vegetable without wreaking havoc on your health. Opting for smaller portions or mixing potatoes with other low-glycemic foods can help mitigate their blood sugar spiking effect. And let's not forget about other tasty alternatives like cauliflower, squash, or turnips. They can offer similar textures and flavors, but with a much lower carb count. So, the next time you reach for that bag of potato chips or that big bowl of mashed potatoes, remember, moderation is key. And don't be afraid to explore other veggie options. There's a whole world of delicious, nutritious alternatives out there waiting for you to discover. Who knew that beneath that humble exterior lurked such a carb-loaded surprise? At number 2, we have fruit juice, a sweet drink that can be a sugar shock in disguise. Now, don't be fooled by the fruit label. Yes, fruits are healthy, but when juiced, they lose their fiber and leave behind a liquid that's chock full of sugar and carbs. In fact, some fruit juices contain as much sugar as a can of soda, if not more. And without fiber to slow digestion, this sugar rush heads straight to your bloodstream, spiking your blood sugar levels. It's like an express lane to Sugar City. But hold on, there's a solution. Instead of reaching for that juice box, go for the whole fruit. It has all the sweetness you crave, with the added bonus of fiber. This helps regulate your blood sugar and keeps you feeling full longer. Remember, not all things fruity are your friends. And finally, at number 1, we have pasta, a beloved dish that's a carb calamity waiting to happen. Now, don't get me wrong, pasta is delicious, comforting, and versatile, but it's also a high-carb food that can send your blood sugar levels soaring. A single serving of pasta can pack more carbs than most of us should be consuming in an entire meal, and that's before you even consider the sauce. But it's not all doom and gloom. You don't have to swear off pasta forever. There are healthier alternatives out there. Consider options like whole grain pasta, which has more fiber and is less likely to spike your blood sugar. Or you could go for vegetable-based noodles like zucchini noodles or spaghetti squash, which offer the same satisfaction with a fraction of the carbs. So, the next time you're craving spaghetti, think of the carb catastrophe you could be inviting. And there you have it, folks. 6 carbs that can be more dangerous than sugar. We've journeyed through the wheat fields, treaded the rice paddies, navigated the corn mazes, dug up the potato patches, got a jolt from the juice, and narrowly escaped the pasta peril. It's crucial to remember that these carbs, consumed without moderation, can pose a threat to our health. Remember, knowledge is the first step towards a healthier you. Stay informed, stay healthy. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more health tips, guides, and updates. Together, let's embrace a healthier, more natural approach to well-being. Thank you for watching, and here's to your health.